Welcome to Season 5 of SkillCast, the podcast by the London Organisation of Skills Development. I'm Nurbanu, I'm your host, and this season is a little different. We're coming to you from a beautiful castle retreat, surrounded by nature, calm and creativity. This isn't just another season, it's an experience. You'll be hearing directly from our retreat speakers, leaders, change makers, and visionaries, sharing powerful insights in an intimate setting. These conversations go beyond skills. They're about purpose, healing, growth, and what it really means to thrive. So whether you're joining us with a cup of tea or just need a moment to reset, Season 5 is here to inspire. Let's begin. Welcome to SkillCast.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today?
Very refreshed from the retreat, and really ready to go.
Amazing. How would you like to introduce yourself?
So I'm Melanie, and I'm an expert in exploitation and women empowerment.
Oh wow, exploitation. That's very specific. How did you fall into that?
So I use my pain as purpose. So from a very young age, I was sexually exploited and raped. So yeah, it's quite a
deep story. I'm sorry to hear that you've experienced that.
Yeah.
So what happened in life? So from a young age, you mentioned, we're talking under the age of 10, or is this in the teenage years?
So I'll take you back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So growing up, I was in a dysfunctional family home. So I witnessed a lot of domestic violence. This later led for me to get in the wrong crowd of people and get involved with young people that are taking drugs or smoking, drinking, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that later led for me to move out of home at the age of 16. And I moved into a foyer, which is a supported living house. And that's when I got in the wrong crowd of people, and that's where it happened.
Okay, so quite young.
Yeah, 16.
From the age of 16 onwards, and you got into the wrong crowd of people. And then at what point did you realize this is not me, like I've lost myself? Where was your...
Many years, because I think, when you're in that environment, you don't know anything else. So you think it's normal. So for many years, I thought it was normal to be around people that were doing drugs because that's all I knew, or be around people that are out clubbing and living that lifestyle because that's what I knew. But it wasn't until I was around in my late 20s or 30s that I found something else in life.
What happened in that moment? What was it that you mentioned, like something happened in life in your late 20s, you got this realization, this isn't me, like I'm lost.
Yeah. So throughout my life also, I got involved with people that were selling drugs. So then I thought, I can do that too, So I become one of the biggest drug dealers in my area, and it was really bad because I had all the money, I had the fast cars, shopping in Harrods and, living in Marbella, and I thought this is the life. But even though I knew it was wrong, even though I knew it was so wrong, it was really hard to get out of that because I was addicted to that lifestyle. I didn't know anything else, and I also wanted to be out of that lifestyle, but I didn't know how to get out of it. And then Dwayne, my husband, as you know, he was in that lifestyle where he was taking drugs, going to prison, been shot, stabbed, you name it, it's happened. And we got together. So we were Dwayne puts it as two worlds colliding, like Bonnie and Clyde almost.
Bonnie and Clyde. I love it. And where was he? Was he in a good space in that time, or was he going through reformation at that time as well?
He was in a really bad place too. So he was in the dark place, just like myself. We were both in the dark place. But what Dwayne brought to me was God, because I never knew God. So he brought kind of a faith into my life. which was what I needed. And I wanted to not be in that lifestyle anymore, but I didn't know how to get out. And then Dwayne had a spiritual awakening in prison in 2012, and that changed my life completely.
Oh wow! So you were with him while he was, you know what? That's such a beautiful thing. It's like, you know, when couples work through things together, like it's like you've built a life together, and like you've seen each other in your dark places.
Yeah.
And because you've been through that together, you're kind of like on this journey of just getting better and being reformed. And it's really beautiful and really inspiring. And those are the couples that actually stay together.
Yeah.
Because you've seen each other grow. Yeah. And the thing is that you find a lot of couples, the reason why like the divorce rate is so high is because one person wants to change and the other person doesn't want to change, and they're too comfortable.
Yeah.
And they see the other person's change and they're like, oh, this isn't for me. But the fact that you both wanted to change and you both wanted to go on that journey together, which it's just beautiful, and it's really unifying as well for a couple.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just love that.
Yeah, so we both wanted change, and I think when Dwayne had the spiritual awakening in 2012 in his prison cell, I just saw this person that was completely different. He even looked different, you know. He just looked glowing, like he changed the way he thought. He changed the way he spoke. Like he was just completely different. And he's like, "Mel, if you want this, you have to do this." And that was the hardest thing I could possibly do, because I was addicted to that lifestyle. But I did it. And I worked on me, and I found who Melanie really was, because I didn't even know who Melanie was. I had to start finding who Mel is and my identity, you know, because that was my old identity that I didn't want anymore, and I wanted a new identity.
And it's really nice accepting growth as well, accepting that you're both growing, but you still make mistakes. And Dwayne's really, your husband is very compassionate as well. He understands that it's hard, it's not so easy. Like when you've been a certain way for a very long time, it takes years and even generations, if anything, like because whatever trauma that you've been through, that is generational trauma as well. You're not just carrying your own trauma, you are passing it down, because you're not just trying to heal right now, the here and now, you're also trying to heal generations as well, like your background, the family that was dysfunctional, perhaps their parents were dysfunctional as well. So it's a generation, like, and it's hard, and we do slip up, like
we do
all the time, like you think like, okay, I'm trying, like it's so hard, like people say positive, people say think positive, be optimistic, but it's so much easier said than done.
It is.
It's so easy to say to someone, just be positive, things are gonna work out for you, but when things in our own life doesn't work out, you're like swearing left, right, and center. You're like, okay, I need to control myself. Like, this isn't who I am.
And I think, you know, along our journey of, like you said, it's a generational thing, like with trauma and everything like that. But it's about learning new skills and new tools to deal with, to break down that barriers, you know, and to break that generational soul tie, you know, because we can all do it, and it's just having the tools and strategies to do it. And with our program that me and Dwayne created, the I Am Way, that gives us that's a methodology to help break down them barriers, to find out who you truly are, you know. So there's a step-by-step program.
So tell me more. Tell me more about this program. This I Am. It looks like it's based on your actual experience about rewiring your mindset.
Rewiring your mindset, your subconscious mind. So, you know, it's everything that me and Dwayne had to do in order to change, you know, and we just picked up things along the way. And, you know, it's all about just the physics and the mind, and just really just your heart, you know, it's all about the heart as well, and the vibrational frequency. So in this program, it's a step-by-step guide, and just to really become yourself.
And it's for people who have addiction.
It's not just addiction. It could be anyone really that just needs to find themselves or find their purpose, or, you know, to enhance their self as well.
How long does it take, like this program?
So it's a 12-week program that you can do it online, you can do it on your own, or you can do one-to-ones as well with myself or Dwayne. So they can take you through.
You know, I love it that couples work together, because sometimes when it's a female, like the female can relate, whereas the male can also relate as well, because because females tend to mature much quicker, and they have more of an understanding, whereas male have to kind of work. It's like, why do I have to do this? Will it strip away my masculinity if I give this up? Or like, and like, it's like stroking your ego as well. Like, how do you suppress the ego?
Break that ego, you know, suppress it. I like that.
I love that. So after 12 weeks, what happens? Is it like they get what is it? They're now an alumni of the program, or what support do you give after the program?
So they'll get a certificate, they'll get even online support as well. So they'll be added to a group. There's so much. Honestly, there's so much.
So tell me about like your friendship circles and stuff now that you've changed and reformed your lifestyle. I'm sure you probably had some best friends at your girl gang. Do you still keep in touch with them?
No.
Or have you got a new circle around you now?
So in order for me to have changed, I had to come out of my environment, because it's so important that when you want to change, and it's very difficult as well, but you have to try and shift your environment, because I feel that when you're in that environment, it's really hard to change. So I had to break off from all my friendship groups and just all of my, friends. I still stay in touch with a couple of friends, but it's very long distance. So I don't really see them very often. But it's more, I had to change my environment, change my circle of people, and different mindsets as well. Different people that are doing different things now, that are more in line with what I'm doing. And I just feel that's what's happened. I think you pull away, don't you?
You pull away. You attract the right people in your life.
Yes.
It's all about, like you mentioned, it's about the energy that you're giving out and the vibration you give. You're giving good energy, positive people around you, people that wanna have a good, healthy lifestyle.
Exactly.
It's the same people you're attracting, and I can see, like, we've spent a few days together, and I can see that your lifestyle as well, in terms of like your food that you're eating very clean, healthy, eating the soups, eating like the grilled chicken, like things that are actually good and nourishing for your body. You don't eat anything like
that's part of what we do as well.
I feel like that's also part, like I feel like it increases your vibration.
It does.
When you do stuff like that. I'm assuming that's probably something on your program as well.
That is,
amazing. Because do you feel like it's when you say it's a 12-week program, so what do you cover? Is there like a holistic approach that you guys
It's a holistic approach. So it's we add things like into the mix of like your health and well-being. So gym routines. So there'd be a gym routine for them. There'd be a diet routine, exercise, diet, meditation. So much. I don't want to give too much away.
So how would you address someone who feels a bit skeptical about the program?
So if they're skeptical, then, everyone's skeptical about things, but it's about just trying new things. And it'd be really difficult, I suppose, I don't know really, because even though you're saying they're skeptical, but the thing is, there's so much that they can learn, and there's so much that they can get from it. And if they really, really want to change, then I'm sure that they will come on board.
So talking about motivation, like being motivated to stay on the program, what do you have any interventions in place to ensure that people stay on the program? Because like you said, it's an online program. Some people start it with other people. Everybody starts well, and then people tend to drop off because...
Yeah, everyone's different as well, aren't they? I think the people that are used to going on online programs and doing it themselves will hopefully be able to do it themselves, because there is still like... We're in the corner of the teaching still, so you'll be online with us, but it just won't be more in person. But I think in person's more powerful. However, I do believe it's just as powerful when you do it online. And I do get that a lot of people are motivated to do it. However, these are quite motivated sessions, so I'm sure that they will be motivated.
Very cool. Yeah. I think that's all it is. People just need each other. And like peer groups.
Yeah.
And especially, I think there's this ripple effect as well. When one friend is doing it, they tell their other friends like, oh, let's try this out. And I think there's this whole, when people do things together, it makes it easier as well. So I think like that peer support.
And I think as well, when you go on the course, they actually realise how motivating now, how uplifting and how supportive it is that they will be telling other people and telling friends, you know.
So do you like have any particular morning routine that you want to tell me about?
Yeah. So in the morning when I get up, I love to do my breathing exercises and pray, because that's what I do. So I'll have a shower and then I'll get up and I'll do my breathing and I'll pray, and then I'll go and make a shake, or I might not have a shake until after the gym, but I have to go to the gym as well, you know, to keep fit, keep movement, you know, change that physiology. What am I on about? And then after that, I will then go back, eat a healthy breakfast or a shake. That's my morning routine.
I'm assuming that's something that's on your
prayer reading, and that is on our program as well. So
the prayer as well. That's
prayer reading, journaling. That's just so important, to start your day. To try not touch your phone straight away in the morning. And it's so hard because we all do it. We all do it, don't we? It's really difficult. But
so what do you say, like, with the whole, so you don't touch your phone until after you've done your prayer, your journal?
Yes, that's what you try and do.
That's really
beautiful.
Don't
read any emails. Don't do anything, have time for you.
So I'm actually quite similar. So I always tell my family, do not keep me as your emergency contact, because once I'm going to sleep, I put it on night mode, and I have like a prayer routine in the morning as well. Like I have to do my prayer, I have to do this meditation, this breathing that I do every morning, and if I don't do it, I won't get out of bed and I won't answer anyone's calls and stuff. So my family gets so mad on me. They're like, what if there's an emergency? I was like, don't put me as that contact.
That's so good.
So that's just something that I've been doing for, I want to say, about 15 odd years. And I just started because of anxiety. I was I was really anxious, and I was like, okay, this checking my phone first thing in the morning is not really helping with my anxiety. And it's just as hard when you have a business as well, because you're waiting for calls from clients, there's something happened overnight and you're panicking. So you're kind of like trying to get that mindset, like, no, I need to be I need to stay firm to
you need to
what
be
I believe.
In your zone. You need to believe in what you truly need to do to make you feel better for the day, to lift you up, to make you feel your vibration is right, your energy's good, isn't it? Yeah,
that's so cool. So do you do anything else aside from mindset coaching?
So I also do aesthetics as well, so I've been doing that for over a year now. It was more like a hobby, but I've really got into it. I really enjoy it. I love beauty. I love making people look pretty. I really do enjoy it. So that's something I've been doing on the side. And I have got an Insta page for that, and I'm just starting to build it up and build my clients. So.
Amazing. We'll definitely share that in the bio for people to check out as well, because beauty, I think health is wealth.
Yes.
And health as well, beauty is also, it's about, like the Brutes say, like, if you look good, you feel good.
Yeah.
So I think that's super important as well. And especially especially in business as well. Like if you look good, you look your best self, then there's this element of trust as well. Because if you're looking great, they're like, wow, I want to look great as well.
Great too. What is her secret?
What is a secret? I think that's super important as well. And I love that you brought both your business and your passion together. It makes you much more happier as well. It's just like you get to have best of both worlds. You get to live your hobby, your passion, and then your actual work as well, which you've fallen in love with as well. And I think it's super inspiring and super motivating.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for joining us and sharing so many amazing nuggets for people who are on that journey. And I hope they feel inspired to learn more about what you guys do in the program.
And do follow, do subscribe, because there's a lot more, and I just love giving. So
amazing. Thank you.